Okay, good morning, class. So today we are on the last lesson of the total surface area and volume from this textbook. We should be wrapping up the last of these sums. So let's go. At this point, we have completed all of these shapes. I can delete this. So we're busy with number 7, not so. So in number 7, in question 7, the figure shows a coffee can with a plastic lid. Calculate the volume of the can. So the volume of the can is including or excluding the lid? Must be excluding the lid. Not so? So, let's just check it to make sure. Yeah, it should be excluding the lid. So, to calculate the volume, how do you calculate volume? Area of base times the depth of the object. So how do you calculate the area of a circle? Pi squared times height. Which in this case, it's going to be, if your diameter is 20, then what's your radius? So it's going to be 12 times 10 squared times the depth of the object is 50. 50. No, that 15 is from the base to the top of the that 15 I think is excluding the lid. It looks like it's excluding the lid. Okay? So that's going to give you 10 squared is 100. So it's 1,500 pi. Which is 1,500 pi. Oops. That gives us 4712,39. 4712,39 centimeters. Okay. Then in number 2, the area of the metal needed to manufacture the can. So, what are we actually calculating here? What are we calculating here? The total surface area, not so? Not so? So how do we calculate total surface area? Perimeter of base times height plus 2 area of base. So how do you calculate the perimeter of a circle? 2 pi r times height plus. Now twice area of a base considers the base and the top, not so. But are we considering the top in this case? The lid? No. So, do I say twice area of base? No, there's only one base. So I'll drop that. So area of base is pi r squared. I'm not writing 2 pi r squared. Why? Because I'm not considering the lid, the top part. We're only considering the base. So it's going to be 2 pi, what's the radius? 10 times the height, which is 15, plus pi times 10 squared. So that is going to be 1,500 times 2 is 3,000 pi plus 100 pi, which is 3,100 pi, which in decimal in decimal equivalent. Just sort out this calculator quickly. Now sorted. So it's 2 pi, just first check, remember, right? 2 pi times 10 times 15 gives you 3000 pi plus what? And 10 squared pi. So you give you 3100 pi is 9738,94. Three 9,738.94 centimeters. Okay, you all okay with that? The next question is that correct? Perimeter. No, I'm wrong. That is 10 times 15 is 115. It's not 3000. It's 300. So this is supposed to have been 400 pi. The answer just looked too big. So where did I make my mistake? I said 2 times pi times 10 times 150. I'm supposed to have said 15, not 150. So that's going to give you 300 pi plus 100 pi is 400 pi is the, so they give you 1256. Why do you guys correct me? Why didn't you do your homework? You did do it, so why didn't you correct me? Scared? Huh? You also got it wrong. Okay, but you understand where I went wrong. Right, where did you guys go wrong? With that 15 story. Huh? Because some of you said 14 here. Sorry? That 15 is excluding the lid. Okay. The area of the plastic lid. So how do you calculate the area of the plastic lid? Whoops, that's not going to work. I need to take this off. So if you're looking at the area of the plastic lid, remember, we turn the lid around, of course. It's going to again be a cylinder with an open base or open top. Not so? What am I calculating here? Total surface area again. Can you see that? So in other words, your total surface area of the lid, for the lid, plastic lid, is going to be perimeter of base times height plus twice area of base. So if you look at this lid in particular, perimeter of a circle, 2 pi r times the depth plus the lid will not have a base. Not so? Or it won't have a top. So it will be plus 1 area of base, which is, how do you calculate the area of a circle? Pi squared. So it will be 2 pi, your radius is 10, your height is, what's the height of this piece? Of the lid? 1 plus pi, the radius is again 10 squared. So that's going to be 20 pi plus 100 pi, which is 120 pi, which is simply 120 pi gives us 376.99 centimeters squared. You all agree with that? check something quickly. It's 2 times pi times 10 times 1 plus pi times 10 squared. 376. But in the textbook, they got 314,2. So it's 2 pi times 10 times 1 plus. Okay. Okay, any confusion here, people? Any confusion? No. Right, let's look at the next one. Question 8. Find the total external area of the following figure. So here I'm calculating TSA. Total surface area. How do you calculate total surface area? Perimeter of base times height plus 2 area of base. You all okay if I make this the base? The base is made up of 2 composite shapes. A semicircle and a not composite shapes. It's a composite base made up of 2 shapes. Semicircle and a rectangle. So if you're looking at the semicircle, of course, as you can see, it's going to be divided there. So if this is 0,8, what's the radius of this semicircle? 0,4. Okay? The height from there to there is what? 1.7 meters. So we have all the information needed to calculate this. Not so? So how do you calculate the perimeter of a, so in other words, your perimeter is going to be your semicircle plus that figure, which is measuring 8 by 0,8 by 1.7 times 2. Not so? The radius of the circle is 0,4 times the depth of the object plus twice. Now the area of this base is going to be made up of a semicircle plus a rectangle, the area of the rectangle. Are you all okay with that? Right. So, how do you calculate the perimeter of a circle? 2 pi r. Since it's semi, I multiply it by r plus. Okay, we got 2 lengths and a breadth times the depth of this object plus 2. How do you calculate the area of a circle? 5 squared. Since it's semi, you divide by 2 plus area of a rectangle is 1000. Okay, you will understand. So what we have 2 pi. What's your radius? 0,4 times half plus 2. Your length 1.7. There are 2 lengths of 1.7 plus 0,8 times the depth of this object, which is 5 plus 2 pi. What's the radius? 0,4 squared times a half plus length 1,7 times breadth 0,8. So we got 2 pi in the brackets, so it's going to be 2 pi times 0.4 times 0.5 plus 2 times 1.7 plus 0,8 times 5 plus 2 open brackets pi times 0.4 squared times a half plus 1.7 times 0.8. I get 30,51. 30,51 centimeters. Who got that answer? Nobody. Where did you guys go wrong? So your mistake was here. But everything else was fine. Anybody else? Where did you guys go wrong? Sorry? You can multiply it by? Or this part here. So you had everything else right, besides this here. Okay, so watch out with it. Anybody else? You said? Per square. Yeah. But this is perimeter. What's the perimeter of a circle? 2 pi r. Now don't mistake your perimeter formula for a circle and the area is the formula of a circle. Okay? The formulas are not given in the exam. Okay? So work often with it. Write it over and over so that you can memorize it. Okay? Let's look at number 9. In question 9. In question 9, determine the area of the carpet on the stairs. The area of the carpet on the stairs. Are we going to work total surface area out here? No. Volume? No. Some logic is going to apply. The area is going to be made up of how many of these sections are there? Huh? 3. So it's 3 rectangles. And the area of that and the measurements of this rectangle, what is this length here? Remember this whole length is 18. Not so? So if I take 10 off from one side and 10 off from the other side, then what is this length here? 60. So you got 60 with a rise of what? 15. That is 15. Do you agree with that? Plus, how many of this do we have? Also 3. And the measurement of this rectangle is going to be, this length is 20. And the going across here is 60. You will understand. Any confusion? So what do we have? It's 3 times the area of a triangle. Of a rectangle. It's length times breadth. So what's the length of this here? 16. Your breadth is 15 plus the area of the circle and of this rectangle is going to be 3 times 60 times 20. It's all in centimeters. That's going to give us 3 times 60 times 15 plus 3 times 60 times 20. So they give you 6,300 centimeters squared. Any confusion here, people? That was fairly simple. Look at number 10. That's the last one. Am I right? Right, in number 10 we are told, okay, this person who wrote this textbook enjoys condensed milk, not so? So there's a second sum dealing with the condensed milk cans. Not so? Yes. We are told that 12 condensed milk cans are packed into a box. Have you seen the cans packed in a box already? Okay. Each can has a diameter of 4 centimeters. So in other words, that is going to be 4. So what is this length here? 12. Can you see that, people? That's going to be 12. So if that is 4 going up, so that's also going to be 4, 8, 12, 16. Not so? That's going to be 16. Whoops. You will understand. Go for it. But look here. You will understand. Huh? Don't let me come to the last of the sum and then you tell me, I don't know where you got 16 from. You will understand. Okay. So, the question then says, each can has a diameter of 4 centimeters and also has a height of 4 centimeters. So in other words, what type of shape is the can of a condensed milk can? Cylindrical shape, measuring 4 there with a radius of 2 and the height is also 4. Not so? That's what you should be seeing. Find the volume of the remaining space in the box. The remaining space in the box. We are told that 12 condensed milk cans are packed. So, how many layers of condensed milk do you have here? Huh? 1 layer. If it was packed like this, it was packed like this, then how many layers would there have been? Huh? 2 layers. Why? Because I had 6 in the top layer and 6 in the bottom layer. Not so? What if it was packed like this? There are 3 in the layer, in 1 layer. But how many layers would there have been if it was packed 3 in a layer? 4 layers. Why? So it has to give you 12 cans in total. Not so? So in other words, what would the height of this have been now? Let's go with blue rather than this. What would the height of this box now be? 4. What would the height of this box have been? 8. What would the height of this box have been? Remember how many layers are here? It's 4 layers. So 4 times 3 is 12. So 4 times 4 is 16. Does it make sense, people? Okay. Coming back to the question. The question says, find the volume of the remaining space in the box. What are they referring to? The unused space. Can you see that, people? It's the air space between this here that I want you to calculate. Short one. There. Does it make sense, people? They want you to calculate the unused space in the box. How do you think you're going to use that? How do you think you're going to calculate that? We definitely know its volume, yes. But how are we going to calculate it? Calculate the volume of the box, yes. And then? minus, yeah, the volume of the cylinder, the condensed milk cylinder. Not so? So it's going to be minus 12 times. Remember the volume of your can? Yes, if I subtract the volume of the can, I'm only then doing it for one can. Not so? How many cans are here? There's 12 of such cans. Not so? So how do you calculate the volume of a box? Length times breadth times minus 12. How do you calculate the volume of a cylinder? Area of base times height, which is pi square times height of the can. In this case, the height of the can and the height of the box is the same. Are you all okay with that? So how do you calculate what is the length of this box? 16 times breadth, 12 times height, 4 minus 12 pi. What's your radius? 2 square times height, which is? So we go 16 times 2, 12 times 4, minus 12 pi, 12 pi r square, 2 square, times 4. That gives you 164. 164,81 centimeters. Okay. People, any issues here? Any confusion? Who managed to get that sum right? Nobody. Now I feel bad. Now it feels like I didn't teach you anything. Huh? But will you get the sum right if it comes in the exam? Practice, you want to practice. Okay. My question is, will you get the sum right in the exam? Don't I not make eye contact? I see everyone looking down now. Will you get this right in the exam? You're going to try. Of the first sums, so you say this, you're not going to get right. And yeah, I thought I'm going to put 2 of this in the exam. Not exactly the same. Come on now. You can maybe have Pringle boxes. You know the Pringle tubes? But these Pringles are long. No, so you can't put that in. No? You have a bacon flavor? Salt. Alright, listen. So please go through these videos again. Make sure you understand exactly what's going on. I'm sure there's going to be a minimum of 10 marks based on these questions. Okay, it could go up until 20 marks. And some of us don't get 20 for the exam even, no? Okay, you say, no, not this time. You're going to get over 40%. Okay, nice. Okay. But people, please go through this, okay? This is going to be used all the way up until grade 12. Okay. Yes? Right, so now we're going to the past exam papers, okay?